Hi there, this is Dana. In this video, I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of a review of Hazel Blomkamp's new embroidery book about bead embroidery. So, for those of you who might have seen my review of her Cruel Intentions book on my YouTube channel or website, you'll know that if you tried to order the book from her directly, that shipping was expensive. So if you don't know, Hazel actually lives in South Africa, and because of the limited postal options from there, and obviously shipping rates have gone through the roof everywhere, the shipping is expensive because she's having to use couriers. So just in general, if you do want to order some of her books and kits, I'd recommend stocking up, stocking up on like different books and kits and stuff all at once, so that way you kind of get the most bang for your shipping dollar. But because of those shipping issues and the costs and all the things, and because of the limited access to shipping options, because she's in South Africa, she's trialing doing an online access beadwork book using a set of online flip books. So she asked me, because I reviewed her book previously, she asked me to kind of have a look at it and see what I thought. So I decided to do this little mini review of it and just show you kind of what she's doing. If she gets enough interest in this, then she may well print this as an actual book. But right now, she's just trying this sort of online flipbook version. You can also download a PDF version once you've purchased it. And the neat thing about the fact that it's an online version is you can actually zoom in as much as you want to see details about the different beads and such, and how the threads are traveling through the beads to connect them. I'll show you a mini example of one of the little bead maps and such later on, just so you kind of get an idea of what she's demonstrating and how the book is written. But yeah, it's about 180 pages total. There's information about different types of beads and how to use them. There's different information about the materials and tools to use. She's teaching you 40 different bead embroidery stitches and 30 3D bead elements and how to attach them to your project. So I'm going to quickly go through some of her slides that she has in her YouTube video. If you, I'm going to put a link to her YouTube video in the description, as well as a link to her purchase page as well. Please do go watch her YouTube video. There's one slide in it that I didn't put in my little presentation that's hilarious and completely killed me. She's got a really good sense of humor. So yeah, you definitely want to go check out her video because it's really funny. That slide just completely killed me. So as you can see here, we've got the cover of what the flip books. So like if you don't know, flip books are basically like an online book, so you can kind of flip the pages by clicking back and forth like you would a normal book, and you can also zoom in, which is super handy. And like I said, you can download this as a PDF as well once you purchase it. And so she's got 5 flip books in this one. So the first one is about the beads and the crystals, the general information, working with beads and embroidery. You can see some of the sample pages in here. So she's got a lot of information about the different kinds of seed beads, the quality, whatnot. Especially beading. Like if you haven't done beading much, you might not realize like how many different kinds of beads there are and what they're used for. So again, she's got some information about preparing the fabric, different types of threads and needles and whatnot. I have a few tutorials about bead embroidery on my website and actually on my Skillshare classes as well. I'll chuck links to those in the description as well. But Hazel's book is much, much more detailed and much more intricate. Hers are like 3D type ones, whereas my instruction is basically just decorative, like as part of a cross stitch or an embroidery pattern. Hers are much more like bead centric. So it's very, very cool. So the second book here, we have the stitches and techniques, all different kinds of bead embroidery stitches. As you can see here, there's some of the demonstrations. So you can see in the slide some of her diagrams. She's got some illustrations and sort of like basic little stitch maps, which are quite cool. We've got some more here. And in the third book, I mean, like this section of her book, like the third flip book alone has like 63 pages ish. I mean, like it's just amazing like how much detail she's put into all of these. Like I can't even imagine how long this took her to write, but I mean it is like a proper book just in an online format. And again, we've got some of the 3D beaded elements here. They're just beautiful. So these could be used for a whole variety of different projects. In flipbook 4, we've got some more 3-dimensional beaded elements. So we've got different flowers here. lilies, pansies, a poppy, which of course I'm partial to being a veteran. And then the fifth one is actually a glossary, which I think is really handy because that way you're going to be able to look up the definitions of any phrases and terms that she uses that you might not be aware of. So in this last slide here, you can see one of the stitch maps that I was talking about earlier. So you can kind of see like how she's demonstrating how to stitch different beads together into the patterns that she's demonstrating, which is actually quite neat. And that's one good thing about it being online is that you can actually zoom in and see these sort of like the thread paths, so to speak, and see like where the beads are going to be laying in between other stitches and such. So this book is 265 rand, South African rand, which works out to about $17 US or 22 Canadian at the time of me filming this. So that's a really good price for the amount of information that Hazel's put into this book. So if you're interested, I would definitely go check it out. So again, I'm going to put links to her purchase page in the description and her YouTube video. Some of my classes, if you're wanting something like super simple, like mine don't do the 3D embroidery at all. And I'm also going to put a link to my Amazon influencer shop. So some of Hazel's books are listed in there, but it's a good list of other embroidery books as well. I just got sent a whole bunch from Search Press, and so I will be doing some reviews of those at some point, but I've listed them all in that Amazon influencer shop. It's like if you purchase from any of the links in that shop, then I get a small commission, but I only link stuff that I think you're actually going to like and that I've actually used or seen myself. So I hope that's helpful for you. And of course, you can order anything in that shop from your local bookseller as well. It's just a handy place to have like a nice list of different resources. So I hope this has been helpful for you, and I hope you have a great day. Happy stitching!